First and foremost, I'm excited about the matchup. They're well coached. I have the utmost respect for their coach. He's doing a wonderful job. I'm just hearing statistics on the defense with leading the nation with sacks and touchdowns, defensive touchdowns. That is unbelievable, and the nation needs to know about that because that is a feat in itself, and it shows you the consistency in the coaching talent and the players that they have. We're excited for this opportunity. We're excited to put our offense on display once again. Our defense, which has been playing lights out, our kicking game, our kickers who don't miss the punting game. We're excited, and to really have this influx of economics into our city once again is going to be unbelievable. Everyone is going to win in some sort of fashion, except for one team on the field this week. But I think it's truly a blessing to have the championship here, and it's really a rivalry type game. So I appreciate it. I look forward to it. I can't wait. I anticipate it.
Appreciate those opening comments, Coach. First question goes to Charles Bishop.
Coach, how you doing?
How you doing, sir?
I wanted to ask, and I know you've answered this before because you like to maintain the continuity, but does not having a weekend off, essentially a bye week this past weekend, does it not help the team with regards to the overall team health? This team has been going for about 7 weeks straight now.
No, I've never seen someone say, "Oh my God, I played so much better with the bye week." No, I don't coach better with a bye week. I coach better just with a good defense and a good offense.
Sure, no doubt.
Bye week, yeah. I don't know why we have bye weeks. Sometimes it helps with injuries and all that, give guys opportunity to rest. But we don't want rest, man. We've been resting all summer, all winter, all spring, man. We ready to get down.
A quick follow-up, and you mentioned the anticipated crowd, the economic boost to the city, but your overall thoughts with regards to Jackson putting on a show again for the SWAC Championship?
I don't know about the show. You can't put on a show unless you win the game. I'm just hopeful and thoughtful that it's no crime, it's no murders, there's none idiotic that takes away from the goodness of this moment. SWAC Championship 2 years straight in Jackson, Mississippi. The economic boost is tremendous, and I love it. Everyone's going to win, so we don't need robbing and stealing and hustling and shooting and all that craziness. So I think we all win, and I think we need to learn how to understand what a true blessing this is. And it's a respect. I know some fans get a little overboard, but I have the utmost respect for this program. I really do. I really have the utmost respect for the coach, the whole program, and what they bring to the table. It's going to be exciting.
No doubt. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, sir.
Next question goes to Zach McKinnell.
Hope the bye week and the holidays went well for you, Coach. You were named a finalist again for the Eddie Robinson Coach of the Year award, and there's only been one back-to-back winner in the history of the award, Craig Bowl, back in 2012, 2013. How much would it mean to you to be the second back-to-back winner of the Eddie Robinson Award this year?
Well, that is, let me answer this like a coach would. That would be tremendous. It shows how good our staff is. It shows how talented our players are. It shows the program. It shows how forward-thinking our program is, and I'm elated to even be mentioned for such a prestigious award as that. So, getting nominated in second year straight, it's a tremendous blessing. But it's no way I could begin to take the credit without the social media team, the trainers, the equipment managers, the staff, everyone included in what all we bring to the table here in Jackson State.
And a quick follow-up about the game this weekend. What was some of the bigger things that you guys wanted to work on throughout this bye week that you guys saw on film from the Alcorn State game that you guys needed to correct going into this rematch with Southern?
Explosiveness offensively. We have explosive players. We just got to figure out a way to get them the ball doing what they do best. We got to run the football effectively. That means dominate the front line, and we have the players to do such a thing. We just got to be consistent in all the things we do. We got to finish. The thing is about the words of the week, we got to finish. We got to finish. We got to finish whatever we started. We got to flat out finish our assignment of the year, and that's to be dominant.
Thank you, Coach, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
Next question goes to Kendrick Marshall.
Yeah, Coach. Over the weekend, Pete Thelma with Fox Sports reported that Colorado had made you an offer to become their next head coach.
Mm-hmm.
How true is that report, and is there any mutual interest between you and the school?
Yeah, definitely. The report is true. They're not the only ones. The report is true. I'm not going to sit on here and tell all my business, but they're not the only ones. And I would be a liar if I told you they didn't. You know they did. I know they did. Everybody there know they did. So it is what it is. That's not my focus right now. My focus is to win and to be dominant, and then to not even to go on to the Celebration Bowl. My focus is right here in this beloved stadium to be dominant on Saturday. That's my focus. And I keeps the main thing. And everyone that knows me know that about me. I have an innate ability to focus and keep the main thing.
As a follow-up, how do you not let these reports distract you from preparing for each week and preparing your team to play?
Well, to someone else that hadn't been that dude, it's intoxicating. I've been praying for a long time, dog. Attention ain't nothing new to me. It's like, come on. This is. I'm not being braggadocious or whatever. That's a wonderful word, isn't it? Braggadocious. Just came up with that. I think I said that a few weeks ago. But this ain't new to me. Being in the spotlight ain't new to me. I got to just turn that light and channel it to my kids, channel it to my coaching staff, channel it to the support staff. We've been in the spotlight for a long time individually. It's time to bring us collectively. And that's what I've been doing ever since I touched foot on this campus and into HBCU football.
All right, thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you, my man.
Next question goes to James Hill.
Hey, Coach, I hope you and everybody at Jackson State University are well. Deion Sanders in 24 games, 6,314 passing yards, and 62 touchdowns. Talk a little bit about Shedeur, his development, and again, he's carving them up like turkeys, and he's getting better every day.
Well, we've been slacking the second half of the season because a few people have caught up with us, and we got to be a little more innovative. And Brett is doing a good job of that right now in the lab. But Shedeur is progressing. Each week, each game, he's progressing. He called the team up at the end of practice today and got in their butts a little bit about the focus and the understanding of the challenge and what we have at hand. And they're trying to make history, and they're trying to be dominant and making it. He's a football guy. I mean, he's a coach's son. He's a football guy who loves it, lives it, eats it. He likes to stunt. Now he likes the finer things of life, but he he has to earn those things. But I love what he's putting on display, and the best is yet to come. I truly believe the best is yet to come. We do brunch every Sunday morning, he and my oldest son and my daughter. And one of the things I challenged him to, I talked about all his interceptions. And what he had, 6 of them? Six. Yeah. And each one of them, the defensive back didn't make a great play. All of them was gifts that he put a bow on and just handed it to the opposing team. And I said, think about that. Think about those plays, and I want you to really eliminate those things, because those are decision-making flaws. And to think that you're as successful as you are, but 6 decision-making flaws you can eliminate, think about how much better you could possibly be. And those are the conversations we have, because you can't just come at him any kind of way. You got to have an intellectual part to come at him, because, he knows this game. And when I'm about to get on him, he say, wait till you watch the tape. And then I watch the tape and I see what he saw. Sometimes we can be critical until we start seeing what the quarterback sees. But I'm proud of him.
Coach, the Eddie Robinson Trophy is on display every summer at Media Day in Birmingham. It's also earned by the winning coach. And you won it last year, and you have an extensive trophy case, and we all know that. Talk a little bit about working hard and earning another one this weekend at Jackson State, and what that could look like to add another victory as you continue to work hard and guide your team.
Well, the Bible talks about seeking ye first, and then all these things shall be added. We're trying to be dominant. We've been saying that since day one. And when you're dominant, all those things are added. All the accolades for the team, all the accolades for the coaches, all the accolades for the support staff and so forth. All those things are added. So we don't think about those things. We don't set out and say, well, we want to have the best freshman. We want to have the best this. We don't think like that. We've been saying since day one, we want to be dominant. And then all those things are therefore added.
Have a blessed week, sir.
Thank you, my man.
Try to get a few more questions in quickly. First question goes to Jeff Lightsey.
Hey, Coach Prime, I understand, just going back on a question that you were asked earlier, you said you've been Prime for a long time, but your team and your program haven't always been Prime or Deion Sanders. I just want to know, how do you prevent all the rumors that are circulating around your name, prevent it from hurting your team going into this week, or your program and recruiting and things like that?
Our team has been good since we've been here. We've been good. So I disagree with you with that. We've been good since we've been here. We focus, man. Like we're dialed in. We have some really good coaches and guys that have been to the highest level of football, and we know how to focus our kids. We know how to make sure our kids are watching enough film. We know how to make sure our kids understand their alignment and assignments to another level. We know how to run a practice. At this point in practice, it don't involve a lot of contact. We want to keep them fresh and fast. We know the finer things to do because we've done them as a player, and we've been to those mountaintops and Super Bowl runs, and understanding how do you focus. I think they got the right coach, don't you? You see how I paused there and let you kind of grasp that thing? I think they got the right coach.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you.
Last question goes to Dr. Cavill.
That my man.
Thank you. Good morning, Coach Brown. How's it going?
Good morning, sir.
You've been very consistent of talking about your team being consistent. Oftentimes we hear individuals talk about the team taking over the mindset of their coach. Going into the championship, you've been in the highest level of championships with the Super Bowl and World Series for that factor. Are there things that you're able to talk to your team or even your coaches? Many of them have been at that high level too, that translates to the college and a second chance of a conference championship.
Yeah, a lot of things we put on the internet because we're trying to help the majority of people, not in sports, but just in life as well as in sports. Some things we don't, that happens in the meetings. We just had CEO of Under Armour, Kevin Plank, here to speak to our whole team about keeping the main thing. And then he blessed the whole team, the whole staff with new Under Armour shoes that hadn't even really come out yet. So it's easy for us to bring in people to validate and substantiate the message that we're trying to get across with these youngsters. But the main thing is to keep the main thing. If we play our game, only we can beat us. That's not having any insult to Southern or their staff, because they have a tremendous staff.
And so I continue to analyze and see what that is about. Let's get a little more in terms of the game.
Okay.
People that followed you talk about your athletic ability, but more important, I'm not sure it's been pointed out how much you really dissect game film.
Yes.
And I'm sure that is translated from a coaching perspective.
Yes, sir.
Can you talk a little bit more in terms particular, how have you worked with coaches to work players in regards to how to break down film correctly, to look at certain that can be a difference of making a play, winning games, and actually obviously winning championships because you do the little thing that you see in a game?
I oftentimes will step inside a film room or a meeting with the coaches and see how they're developing the players and see how they're coaching and what they're getting across. The coaches have received direct structure from me about this week, about making sure they consume a lot of film. On Thursdays, everyone has to turn in time. I'm gonna say that again. This may be different from any other coach. On Thursdays, my staff has to turn in film times from each player. So if it's defensive backs, I need to see how much film every defensive back watch, because I want to make sure he's ready, he's prepared. Now, if I have a starter that plays on the defensive line and he's only watched 30 minutes of film, he might sit over on that bench for 30 minutes until that 30 minutes he lasts. Then he'll get to get in the game because he's not prepared. So we want to make sure they're prepared for the game intellectually, physically, socially, and just understanding the moment of the game. But when they break the huddle and they get into formation, our guys are calling it out internally. They know. And when that defensive back is at this, and Shador could go over there and he could look this way and he know when they're going to blitz. So it's just his thing to get us in the right formation, to get us in the right call, to make sure we have the right protection. So one thing that we're going to be is we're going to be prepared. We're not going to be not prepared for this game. That's coaches wise as well as players.
Thank you, Coach Prime. Good
Thank
luck
you
this week. I look forward to the matchup.
I appreciate it.
Coach Sanders, we sincerely appreciate your time. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you. And Dr. Kabir, I just wanted you to know you won the contest of the cleanest of the year. Yes, you've been the cleanest of the year consistently all year. Mr. Hill tried to come at you a couple weeks, but you got him. You know, he may have won a couple weeks, but you got him. I just want you to know that. And we need to get.
I appreciate it. I'll make sure I let him know that too.
For the consistency of what you bring to the table, my brother. Hey, I appreciate y'all, man.
Mr. Hill, you heard that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Hill. I'm just letting you know. I'm just calling it like it is.
I got it.
I don't know if both of you have on shorts or drawers or whatever you got on under the table, but the upper body, y'all are clean. All right. God bless you.